Hello and welcome to the Bellhop's Virtual Tabletop. Today we're looking at a video game that could be a board game, but isn't. That's right, we're looking at Tharsis.
Silent. Mars waited for us. But when we finally came, it was to answer a call.
Now, while I did receive a complimentary Steam Pass to this game, no other compensation was provided. Now, this is going to be our first virtual tabletop where we review a video game instead of an actual board game or RPG. In this case, the developer of this approached us and said, hey, you've got a game here that is very much like a board game, and we think it would be right up your alley. So I took a copy of it and looked over to see how it was. Turns out it is an interesting game. Now, trigger warnings, there are some shocking events in this game, including death and the eating of human flesh. That's right, there's cannibalism in this game. So be warned. As well, for those of you who are not fans of randomness, you might want to be warned. There is a lot of randomness in this game. It is something that is almost a major feature of this game, is the randomness. Now, before we get on to the game, we would love it if you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell if you want to see more, leave a comment or a thumbs up, and let us know you're interested in this content and not just the main board game content we do everywhere on tabletopbellhop.com, YouTube, Twitch, and more. So let's get started by picking some crew. Now, I have unlocked a couple of crew members here. Normally, you just get these 4 across the top, and as well, you get to pick your difficulty down below: easy, normal, and hard, though be warned, easy is anything but. This game is brutal, thanks to the randomness. For this game, we're going to start on normal, and we're going to bypass the tutorial, which isn't the most helpful way of showing off the
We
game.
had prepared for any disaster. For every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
And that's how we start the game, with everything going wrong that could go wrong. We have 4 crew members remaining to work with, 2 accidents, 2 deaths, 1 jettisoned into space, and 1 a body still left on the spaceship. As we begin, we can take a look at the characters that we have remaining. We'll take a look at the doctor up here in the top right-hand corner. On the left side of their image, there is a stress bar. Right now, they're a little less than halfway stressed. As you can expect, more stress is bad. Over on the other side, we have their health bar. There are a total of 6 pips here available. There are only 3 remaining on this particular character, which means they have 3, can take 3 damage until they are dead, or it can be healed up to a total of 6 damage. Their picture is currently colored, which means they have their turn available this round. When they have used their turn, the pictures turn to black and white. Beneath their picture, you can see 2 white dots, which indicate the number of dice this character has. This character has 2 out of a total of 5 possible dice to roll. There's a Yahtzee mechanic to this game as it is. As well, you can see they have their name up top, their job, and a little image representing their job. The triangles here indicate what is wrong on the ship. The top number indicating how much repair is needed for each area. Below that, 2 blue dice indicate the bad dice that can be rolled in each area. We'll get to that later more. And below that is the amount of hull damage that will be taken if that goes through to the next round. So there are 10 repair points needed to fix this. And you can see 1 red hull damage. So if we don't repair this round, 1 damage will be done to the hull. As you can see in the top left-hand corner, there are a total of 5 hull points available. And in the other one, we have 2 hull point damage that will be done, which will bring us down to 2 remaining hull if we do not repair these 2 events this round. So red is bad, white is good. We'll now bring up the ship info where we can see the different sections of the ship. We have a total of 7 areas we can work in, where we can get assistance points by working within a repaired area of the ship. Again, if the area is repaired or working, then we can access these abilities. We can also repair the hull area in the back maintenance area. Then we have the and up to 3 more points of hull available to be repaired. We have the medical bay where we can actually heal up crew members. We then have life support where we get extra dice. Down here we will get reduce our stress. Food, which is very important, is repaired here. And over in the front we can work on where we can move. If you move through anything with damage, you will take damage to your character if you have not activated a point or some method of avoiding that damage. Now across the bottom here, we have our research. These are randomized and requires point dice to be spent, as you'll see moving on. Right now, we're going to take our doctor right where they are and deploy them to see if they can solve the problem. Here we are in the area, and you can see we need 10 points to repair it up top, and they have 2 dice available to be rolled. Our 2 blue dice are showing that 2 and 3, if rolled, will give us stasis, though we do have 1 assist up there in the top hand right corner to help us out if that happens. Below the character, their class ability, if we roll a 5 or more, they will give health to everyone in that area. Unfortunately, right now, they're the only ones in that section. And over on the other side, we have the module ability, where if we roll a 5 or better, we can increase the assist by 3 pips to a maximum of 3. Assists overcome the blue dice problems when rolled. So now we're going to go ahead and click that roll button and see what we get. Oh, a pair of 6s. Can't complain about that. That's actually 2 more than we need to repair this. So we drop 1 6 in there. It shows us what it's going to do as we drop it in. It shows us what our remainder is going to be. We've got 4 left. So I'm going to take this other 6. And I could spend it somewhere else, but then I'd have to bring someone else in here to get those 4 pips taken. I could, of course, bring it down here to research and put it into the 6th spot, and that would give me 1 research pip available. Unfortunately, right now I need 2, 4, or 3 research points to do anything. So those are spent, stored, and then spent dice. So you can score, obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 research points and spend them as needed as you go through the available points. These are randomized. The new one will come up when 1 is spent, or you can use your beaker to re-roll them if you have any points available in the beaker. They're all pretty well self-explanatory, and again, you can click on them to see what they will do before you accept them. In this case, I'm going to drop it in there, finish up the event, and then we can save ourselves one hull point. We still have 2 more damage to go. We're going to finish our deployment and move on. Next up, we still have to repair 23 points. Over here, we're going to take our mechanic, bring him in, and see what he can do to help our problem. We got a 5. That's nice. 4, not too bad. The 1, we're not going to be happy with. So we're going to re-roll the 1. Another 4. We'll take that. We didn't have to use our assists. We didn't roll any 2s or 3s. And now we only have 10 more points of repair. So we're going to finish the deployment and see who else can come in here and help us out. Next up, here we go. We're going to bring the captain in. Roll the dice. Oh, not the best one. 1 stasis and 1 assist. Stopping the stasis. So that 3 there that's glowing and shaking like that, we cannot use it for anything except a 3. It cannot be re-rolled. It is stuck as a 3. So we're just going to grab that, put it in repair right now. Not much else to do with it. Re-roll the others. And yes, we have 9 points. We're just going to drop those in there, finish the event, and now we don't have to worry about any other rolls. Our hull is safe, and our status level is normal. So we have 1 more character we can use to help improve the situation on the ship, which is something you don't often get to do. So whenever you get that chance, go ahead and improve your situation. We're going to try and grow some food, but oh, look at that. To harvest food, you need at least 2 dies to get any pips. So we're going to use this, put it into our research, save that for later, and we will finish our deployment and move on. We're just going to leave those research points where they are. No point in re-rolling that right now. So, this is our last character, and we're ready to end the round by finishing this deployment. And at the end of the round, we check to see what damage is done to the built ship.
Moods are turning sour. The crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
Now we come to the first portion of the game where a bad decision is guaranteed no matter what. You have to pick between 2 options, neither of which are good options. One will give you extra food, but will give you a negative as well. The other one will give you extra dice, but will give you stress and will give the other team stress if you don't pick that one. So you need to balance the good and the bad here. And again, most of it really is bad. Though early on in the game, you can somewhat ignore stress. So I think we're going to pick the option that gives us more dice. And again, if you click on these before you have accepted them, it will show you the results that you're getting with red and green icons and move the health and stress bars around to help you choose more visually. So again, we're going to choose the one that gives us more dice because more dice are definitely a major benefit in this game. Now that we've done that, we get to eat. Well, we only have 1 food. 1 food gives you 3 dice, so we can feed 1 character and give them 3 extra dice to go along with. But that's all we have for right now, so we're going to have to move on with some characters still having 1 dice. Now here come our new events. There's always something new breaking in this place. We've got 2 events to worry about. And there's our points, there's the number of dice, and the result of what is going to happen if we let that continue through the round. Again, if you move someone through an area of damage, they will take damage without any bonus. So we're going to start by choosing this person and deploying them right there in the damage area. We roll the dice. They've only got the 1, so all we can really do is put it in there. We use the assist, the 1 assist we had. So now there's no other assists to be had without gaining some bonuses. We're going to try again here. Here's our roll. Oh, and there's a void. A void takes the dice right off the table. Nothing you can do with that dice anymore. You have lost 1 of your dice. Drop the 5 in there. That finishes the event. And now we've got a 2 that we can spend. Put that into our research projects for later. Finish our deployment. Moving on, we have 2 more characters we can use. We're going to deploy this guy in here. 16 points of damage. Roll the dice, and Oh, that's a nasty one. So we were injured. We took a point of damage for rolling an injury dice, as indicated there, but we're going to use that to repair us and see if we can't roll something a little bit better than 3 1s. Well, not much better. This is where the randomness of this game comes in. You only get 2 rolls most of the time. There is a character that changes that. We're going to give ourselves a research project and throw the other 3 points into the repair pit. Now we've got 8 more points of damage to fix, and only 1 more character. So we're not going to be doing anything beneficial. We're just trying to keep up. Here we go. We've got a good roll this time. We'll see how this solves our problem for us. There's 3. Roll it again. And, another injury. But it allows us to complete the event. Now we've got a 2 here, which we can't use for our class or for our module, which both require more than 5. And we've already used our 2 in the research project, so there's no putting it there. We just have to put it on hold and finish anyway. It will ask you if you want to leave because it knows you've not used one of your dice, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. We leave the module anyway. Here comes the end of the round. Moving on.
I let my fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together. I think we might actually have a chance.
And once again, every round we have these devilish choices to make between bad and more bad. Which bad is the one you want to choose? Now, unfortunately, this is one of the areas of the game where you cannot exit without making a choice. For some reason, throughout this game, there isn't a generic escape to exit option. So we are going to have to pick an option and go ahead before we can move on. We have no food to feed anyone, so they're just going to have to go with it. And again, new events. There we go. This time, 3 events come up. We're going to hop into our options. You can see here, there's the save and quit option right there. And if we go into our options menu, you will see that we can look at our audio options. Video options can only be set from the main menu, not from other menus. And we're just going to go ahead, save and quit, and head on back to the start menu. So this was Tharsis. And now for my general thoughts on the game. The big part of this game is it really could be a board game. You've got 5 dice per characters, a few character cards, some meeple, some event cards to draw, really nothing in there that isn't already existent in many board games. They just happen to have made it in a digital form instead. There are also some missions here, and these are great for training you to learn how to play the game better. There are 10 missions right now. The first 4 are just training missions, and again, they help you figure out what it is you're doing and how to best manage the negative aspects of everything happening all around you. The game is really a way of managing randomness and trying to fight off the inevitable decay and entropy of life around you. You are going to break apart if you don't manage it almost perfectly every time. The odds that you can actually get something to do beneficial in a given round are very slim. You have to roll just right and manage those things just perfectly. I have yet to make it more than 4 or 5 weeks, even on easy level. So if you don't like games that are quite brutal and harsh, this is not the game for you. If you do, however, like the randomness and are willing to take on a real challenging game, this game might be for you. You are not going to walk through this easily, though. Just be warned. Well, that's about all I have to say about Tharsis right now. You can pick it up on Steam, Switch, and other game systems right now. Go ahead and check that out. This has been the Bellhop's virtual tabletop looking at Tharsis. If you enjoy the content we produce here, please subscribe, Hit the bell to find out when more's coming. Hit the thumbs up to let us know you appreciate this content. You can also go over, check out our content on Twitch or on tabletopbellhop.com, where we post all of our major content almost every day. And if you really enjoy the content we're producing, stop by patreon.com/tabletopbellhop, where we can take tips for the bellhop with an all-new redesigned website. So, that's all for now. Thank you, and game on. Hey, have you subscribed yet? Why haven't you subscribed yet? You should go ahead. Subscribe here. Subscribe! Also, check out some of our other content over the top of the bell and see what else we've got for you. Thank you, and game on.